Rain lashed against the old mansion, each drop a tiny hammer against the ancient stone. The relentless downpour seemed to echo the mansion's own sorrowful past. Thunder rattled the boarded-up windows, shaking the very foundation of the house. The storm outside was a fierce reminder of nature's power, as if the heavens themselves were angry. Inside, Michael stepped cautiously over the threshold. The air was thick with the smell of decay and the silence of ages. Every creak of the floorboard seemed to whisper secrets long forgotten. He pulled out his flashlight, its beam cutting through the darkness like a knife. The narrow beam revealed glimpses of the mansion's eerie interior, casting long shadows that danced on the walls. Lightning flashed, momentarily illuminating a grand staircase choked with cobwebs. The brief illumination revealed the grandeur that once was, now lost to time and neglect. The storm raged outside, a symphony of wind and rain. Each gust seemed to shake the house, its old bones groaning in protest. The mansion stood defiant, a relic of a bygone era. Michael ventured further into the darkness, his heart pounding in his chest. Every step he took echoed through the empty halls, a reminder of the solitude that enveloped him. This place had a story to tell. He could feel it. He just hoped he'd live to hear it. The air was thick with anticipation, and Michael knew that whatever secrets the mansion held, they were waiting for him to uncover. The drawing room was shrouded in shadows. Dust-covered furniture sat like ghostly sentinels. He swore he heard a whisper, a faint sigh carried on the wind. Shining his light toward the sound, he saw nothing but cobwebs swaying in the breeze from a broken window pane. Still, a shiver ran down his spine. He moved deeper into the room, his hand trailing along a cold, damp wall. The floorboards creaked under his weight, each sound echoing in the silence. A floorboard shifted behind him. He spun around, his pulse quickening. Only an empty room greeted him. An old photo album lay open on a table, its pages brittle with age, each one a fragile window into the past. Drawn to it, Michael picked it up, careful not to tear the delicate paper. He felt a strange connection to the lives captured within. The pictures inside showed a family, their faces frozen in time, moments of joy and togetherness preserved forever. A man, a woman, and a young girl with laughing eyes. Their smiles radiated warmth and happiness. They seemed so happy. What had happened to them, Michael wondered, feeling a pang of curiosity and sadness. He turned the page. The photos now depicted a somber scene, a stark contrast to the previous images. The same family, but their faces were etched with sorrow. The joy had vanished, replaced by a haunting sadness. The little girl was gone, her absence echoing in their haunted eyes. The void she left was palpable. A name was scrawled beneath the picture, Eleanor. Michael felt a chill, as if the name itself carried a heavy weight. Section 4, Fleeting Reflections. A sudden crash from upstairs made him jump. He quickly put down the photo album, his heart racing. Someone, or something, was up there. Holding his breath, he slowly ascended the creaking stairs. His flashlight beam danced across the hallway, revealing peeling wallpaper and faded portraits. He paused by an old, tarnished mirror. For a fleeting second, he thought he saw a figure standing behind him. A tall, shadowy figure with long, dark hair. He whipped around, but no one was there. His heart pounded, his breath catching in his throat. Section 5. The Mansion Awakens. A door slammed shut at the end of the hallway. The sound reverberated through the house, shaking the very foundation. He stared at the door, his blood running cold. It had been closed just a moment ago. He was sure of it. Panic welled up inside him, urging him to flee. He took a step back, his hand brushing against something cold and metallic. It was a doorknob. He hadn't noticed it before. Curiosity warred with fear. What was behind this door? With trembling fingers, he slowly turned the knob. Section 6. Confrontation in the Shadows. The room was plunged in darkness, save for a single flickering candle on a small table in the center. The shadows it cast danced eerily on the walls, creating an unsettling atmosphere. He took a hesitant step inside, the door clicking shut behind him with a finality that sent a shiver down his spine. The air grew heavy, thick with a palpable sense of dread. It was as if the very room was alive, breathing in sync with his own anxious breaths. He felt a presence in the room with him, an unseen entity that seemed to watch his every move. A pair of eyes watched him from the shadows, glowing with an otherworldly light that sent chills down his spine. He raised his flashlight, its beam cutting through the darkness like a knife, revealing the hidden corners of the room. There, in the far corner of the room, he saw her, a figure that seemed both there and not there, flickering like the candlelight. A young girl with long, dark hair and sad eyes that seemed to hold the weight of the world. She was translucent, a wisp of smoke given form, her presence both ethereal and haunting. She reached out a hand toward him, her lips forming words he couldn't hear, yet he felt their urgency. "Help me," she whispered, her voice a mournful sigh on the wind, barely audible but deeply haunting. He blinked, and she was gone. The room was empty once more, but the sense of her presence lingered, leaving him with more questions than